Alright, let's check out ICP. So unfortunately ICP really isn't having too good of a day compared to the rest of the market. You can see today we are down, or we have been down approximately 7%, and we're currently down 4%, which is, you know, not the greatest considering if you come over to Bitcoin and well, ETH is a little bit down as well. So I've noticed some of the altcoins are down, some of them are pumping. So, you know, it's really not the end of the world. A lot of these altcoins are coming down. But yeah, that is just a thing to keep an eye on for the short term. So if we do look at ICP, you can see that we had this 786 that we talked about before. We said if we really are going to come up to the top of this trend line, then we really do need to get above this 786 pretty quickly, because we had 1, 2, 3 rejections from here. And you can see that we've started rolling over a bit. So the 1.618 is all the way down here at, let's see, that would be a 35% decrease from where we are now. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to come down there. That is just a fib to keep in mind. Like I said in the last video, as long as we do stay above this 618, which is right here at 20, so I mean this is what, a 10% decrease from where we are now. Not the worst thing in the world. Not even that, it's a little bit under an 8% decrease. So we could still do something like this, come back, retest the 618 at 20, or, you know, 20.43, and then, you know, potentially create like a W or something like that. Obviously that's just speculation, but like I said, keep an eye on this 618. I'll put a green box on here so you know that we need to hold this level if we want to remain bullish in the macro term. And like I said, I mean, not too much has changed for ICP, so I don't want to drag this out too long. The next price level, if we do break above this 786, is the top of this trend again, and we would need to see if we're able to hop above this. This is a 30% increase from where we are now, but I mean, if we do just zoom out, you can see we've got a fairly good amount of selling volume coming in. Not too many buyers stepping in the market right now compared to previous days. It is dropping off a bit. The RSI hit the heart line, or just above it, hit 51 on the RSI, and it looks like it's turning down now as well. So I'd say best case scenario would be something like this, and then potentially make like a W pattern like this on the RSI, and this would mean that Bonfire, or sorry, this would mean ICP would be coming down to 20, or potentially even, you know, something like this, 18, which is either an 8% decrease or something like a 17% decrease down here. So yeah, all in all, we are below our key moving averages. The 200-day we are below this resistance here. We're below the 786 of this move. So until we start breaking these resistances, I really can't be bullish on this coin. I don't really know too much about this coin. I'm honestly not a fan. I don't think I'll be buying any of this coin. But if you do want some hopium, you can see that we are in this descending wedge, descending channel type pattern. So once we do break above this, you know, it could be in line for bullish continuation. But we're not seeing any of that in the market right now. We are below pretty much everything we want to be above. If we come over to the weekly, you can see it is only, well, it's pretty much halfway through the week, a little bit more. We are having a strong amount of selling volume coming in. You can see that this rivals pretty much these candles around here, and bear in mind we still do have the rest of Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday before this tops out. So I mean, this could come all the way up here or something. On the weekly as well, RSI is very flattened and it's showing no strength whatsoever, which kind of is indicative to me that ICP is in a downtrend and it doesn't really want to break above this this level quite yet. If we come over to the monthly as well, we are getting a bit of buying volume coming in, but you know, nothing special. I mean, we've only really had 2 green candles on ICP on the monthly for the Coinbase chart. Bear in mind, it hasn't been on Coinbase for the longest time, but you can kind of see, I mean, you could maybe even argue that this is a bear flag. You know, it would be 100% possible to call this a bear flag. Won't show up on the log, so on the auto you can see that we've got this huge pole to the downside, and this channel which I outlined, if we come over to the daily, this channel that we're in now, that is basically the bear flag for this. So, you know, all in all, this coin does not look good at all to me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're below all of the moving averages, all of the key fibs that we want to be above. And I mean, the 618 is down here, so this is basically your last line in the sand. So keep an eye on 20.5. If we start losing that, I'd say, you know, potentially 20 would be fine to come down to, but if we do fall below 20, I do just see us coming down to 18 and then potentially 14 down here at the 1.618. So yeah, that's really all I see for ICP. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.